man, that was phenomenal. How do you guys feel about your performance? How did that go?
Cool. It's we haven't played together in about 2 years, so it's nice to.
Are you serious?
Blast.
This cohort.
Or this is just these guys together.
Yeah, no, I understand. Wow. Yeah, you wouldn't even know it. So I heard it started with Taitt Quartet. So obviously I want to steer my way to Taitt and be like, Jesse, how has it been putting together your quartet, and what's been the experience for you in that capacity? I know you wear a lot of hats.
I do.
And all of them are very honorable.
Thank you.
And how does this particular hat feel for you?
No, these guys are great. They're really good friends. So I went to high school with all of them, with the exception of Lee. But he's a local Boston musician. I always looked up to him. I was at Wally's just playing and always being open with the music. So it's a pleasure to actually have these guys play my music at this point in my life. So I'm really appreciative, especially during this time where like the arts, it's kind of hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But it's nice to just be around people that share my love for music, and I just have like a really deep and meaningful relationship with all of them.
Mr. Gruber, how are you?
Good, good.
So you played a lot of places, church being one of them, huh?
Yep.
Can you talk to me about your early roots and how that journey, and then going through all you've been through, your master program in Valencia, is that correct?
Yes. Well, here.
Here.
Awesome. Yep.
And then you went through your whole BAA journey. I believe you were in New York for some time.
Yep.
Is that accurate?
Short period of time.
Yeah. Can you talk to me about how all those different touch points have impacted your music?
Sure. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you brought up church, because that's where it all started for me, and I think for a lot of musicians. But one thing that Jesse and I talk about a lot, and something that I believe in, is community, and community with each other, community friendship, right? Like, I've known Lee now, so it's 14 back, same thing, and Jesse. But I think having that solid community growing up in church and having that loving, nurturing place where, T was talking earlier about, being kind to yourself, and when I wasn't all that kind to myself, but I had like sister so-and-so that say like, it's okay, baby, do your thing, and like being really forgiving. I think if I didn't have that support, I don't know, it really would have messed me up, and I'm only realizing that now. Particularly when I was in school, like still having that space, being from Boston, and be able to come back to church home every Sunday and kind of have that loving space, even though I didn't always realize or appreciate it. I think it's something that kind of helped, definitely guide me, but kind of helped keep me feeling nurturing to myself. Even in moments where I wasn't doing it, I had someone who was thinking about me and was doing it for me. So church is really important. Yeah.
Awesome. Mr. Lee back there in the drums, what's going on, brother?
Hey, I'm enjoying myself.
Someone once told me, or told a group of students, and I was in the room with me, and he said, you might not always see me, but I'm gonna make sure you feel me. And so today I was trying to find you with the camera, but I could definitely feel you in the music. How is this experience for you, being in this space, in this time, and playing and being felt?
Well, I'm really thankful to be in this space, and I appreciate what you're doing. This is beautiful. Like T was saying, just you come in here and it's you feel the warmth, feel the good energy, and just to be here with these guys and gals, and this is just like it's fabulous, and just getting to share that energy with each other, and bring like you said, bring it so we can just really feel it, because there's not a ton going on right now, so extra thankful to be able to have these types of opportunities to create and explore. So we thank you.
Mr. Upright Bass, I ain't gonna forget you. I can't forget you with that beautiful instrument in your arm. I gotta tell you, when you came in, you were being respectful to the music, you were respectful to the space, you were respectful to the time and of each other. You were making sure that people were social distancing, but being connected. It seems that you're very connected, and definitely you were connected with the drummer. You guys were locked in. Do you feel that ability to connect and being aware of everything transcends into your music playing with your ensemble and outside of your music as well?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel very much, so blessed to play with these guys. Like, me and Greg went to high school together. Jesse graduated the year before I came there. But we used to go and see Lee play with Jason Palmer's band at Wally's, and, now we're still playing together, and it's just, it's crazy. It's a beautiful thing, and I think I realized, through this quarantine, having been having a concept of myself as a professional musician, how it doesn't, music saved my life. It's bigger than, there might not be the concept of a professional musician in 6 months from now, but if there's people, there's going to be music, and then we're going to be playing together, and so I feel a duty to be a servant to the music, because it's what saved me in really hard times, and I'm so happy to be here, and thanks for putting it. You've created a really beautiful space here. I didn't really know what was happening, just because I don't really have much going on in my life right now. And Jesse was like, "Oh, let's go here at this time," and I was like, "Okay, cool. Let's learn these songs." And then it's here, and you're doing this thing, and Tia Fuller's here, and Keon's here, and it's just it's crazy. It's whatever happens, we have this, and that's beautiful.
So with that being said, I would be remiss if I didn't keep it to my full self, seeing that this is a passion project, and I just want to be in my alignment. There's something happening here that I want to capture, because with what's happening in the state of the world, right? Right?
It's so strange.
And the impact that is happening on a lot of populations, some vulnerable, some not so vulnerable. And then looking at this ensemble, right? How can I not say, because to some, or to many, or to me as a father, and soon to be grandfather, this is what we say we want the world to look like, right? And we talk about the harmony and everything. But I wonder, what are the conversations that you guys have when you're playing together or not playing together? And are there as much similarities as differences? Have you been able to approach that not only as artists, but humans? Have you guys been able to tap into those types of conversations with each other?
I mean, me and Greg are the same person.
Can you share some of that with us?
Well, I think it's,
About the DNA,
Yeah.
the mutation. No, sir. I'm
So
sorry.
I think Max said a little bit of it. First, to answer your first question, yes, we're having these conversations. I have them with Jesse. I've had them on Lee's patio in the back. I've had them with Max. And yeah, we are the same person. I think part of that is just proximity. We've been together almost every day, literally since we were 14. So that's one thing. And when you're around someone that much, you build a trust, and you build love, and you build bond with that person. And I know that I can speak to Max, and I can hear him out, and he can hear me out, and we can have disagreement, we can have agreement, and we might share mostly same perspectives, but we're open enough to hear each other. And I think that plays a big part in the music. I think as musicians, we should be having those conversations, and I'm glad to be around folks that are open enough to have those conversations. And also to to have them sit. There's been things I've talked to Lee about, a lot of stuff where I needed to understand, and I've had to ask questions, or he's come to me and been like, "Yo, man, what do you feel about this?" And I've had to be like, "Ooh, okay, let's have that conversation," and been cool about it, and know that it's still love. It's seeking of knowledge and seeking understanding amongst each other is really important, and have that safe place amongst each other is really important as well.
Yeah, I also think that there's a lot of power and duality in hearing a statement like, "Oh, we're the same person," and then at the same time wondering, when you walk the streets, do people see you as the same people? And wondering, if that's not
Definitely
the case, how can we make it the case?
Yeah.
And if it's not the case, how can we help others understand that? And so I pose it to you, as something to look really deeply into, but also to thank you for allowing me the opportunity to see that what we do want and inspire in the world is still happening, and it's happening in music, and it's happening with humans, and that you guys are also, like we said with Tia Fuller, it's one thing to say it, and the other thing is to model it. And there's no better place than to share space and time with each other, and that's a great model. And thank you for that, and we really appreciate having you guys here.
Thank you.